Yo, what up? We back. What up, Ronnie? What's good? Just waiting on Red, yo. Yo,
Hey man, what's up?
what's good?
Nothing much. Technology is just giving me a headache as usual.
With Reg in his pimped out robe and with his daddy chain on.
But I just got this robe like days
You
ago.
you on some pretty Tony shit right now, yo.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of my next single,
Uh,
wearing a fucking robe and drinking some fucking tea.
yo, that would be dope. Just have on your daddy chain with your robe and you drinking like a cup of tea.
Oh, for real. Trust and believe, man. I've been promoting all fucking day.
Uh,
Having so many music ideas is not even funny.
yes, that's good. Keep those
Yeah.
juices flowing.
Oh yeah.
Pause. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Word.
And to celebrate the end of the semester, I'm gonna do this review while playing some fucking video games and shit.
Yes.
I just passed my paper and shit, but I don't know my final grades
Yes.
yet.
Congrats.
Thank you.
So
I was like, pass my shit, nigga.
that's that's what's up.
But this is like the first Phil Collins albums I heard, so I
Yeah.
got a lot of shit to say.
Well, this is the first one I grew up with, so just talking about it is a blessing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being able to talk about it so many decades later. So
Oh yeah. This is the one. I always had a feeling this was gonna be like the first Phil Collins album I was gonna listen to.
like,
Because
I
everyone
mean, it was
always.
like when a commercial one for him.
You said what?
It's a commercial one from him. I haven't listened to all of his stuff, but it was a very mainstream type of album.
Yeah, but Loki, like, it was a bit too commercial, but it's mainstream done right, in my opinion.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure.
Because that's one. See, my camera's already fucking up. That's one thing about Phil Collins I can always say. He knows what's commercial. He knows how to get the audience to him and Peter Gabriel.
Right.
Both them niggas, they know what to do. Because I was gonna ask you, speaking of Phil Collins, are you planning on talking about Peter Gabriel's Soul one day?
Which one?
Not his actual debut album, but the breakthrough with Sledgehammer.
Well, I don't have that album. I have the Sledgehammer single on the 12 inch. I don't have the album though, but we can talk about it though.
Okay, cool. I'm definitely down because I was just listening to that some of the album on my way because
Uh,
I was watching this VH1 thing. They
Right.
done back in the day top 100 albums. I love watching shit like that because it be putting me
Mm.
on hella shit.
Right.
And plus, I've been looking for all that shit all these years.
Yeah.
And that Sledgehammer, man, I'm just looking at myself like that was like one of those videos that really put MTV out
Hmm.
there because the video was just so dope. But
Yeah.
everything about that album, it was not something you would definitely hear, even for '86.
Right.
So yo, whatever works for you, man, I'm down.
Yeah. Definitely. I definitely gonna listen to that album. I never listened to that one before, so but I remember the Sledgehammer video because it was such an iconic video back then.
Oh yeah.
You know.
All right. Just getting my shit together. So guess what game I'm playing right now?
What you playing?
The Simpsons Hit and Run.
Only you would play that.
Believe it or not, this was actually the game that actually made me a fan of The
Some,
Simpsons. Believe
yeah,
it or not.
Oh yeah.
I remember them from the Tracy Ullman show when they used to be on there.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
yeah, I
mean?
remember that shit.
Yeah.
And it's crazy too because Tracy Ullman actually sued Fox.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because this was around the time when The Simpsons was really blowing up.
Mm,
Because she felt like she deserved a percentage or whatnot. But I think it was settled out of court.
right.
Which, to be fair, I can see what she's saying because,
Mm,
to be fair, I can see what she's saying. But at the same time, I'm just like, I'm not surprised
right.
because no one really expected this show to be on the air for like how many seasons.
Right.
And low key, I only watch pretty much the first 9 or 10 seasons on the regular.
Right. Ronnie said favorite Beatles member.
Favorite Beatles member? Ooh, John. Wait,
I think they asked us this last week.
no, he didn't ask us this. He said
They
favorite
asked us
Beatles
this?
album.
Oh,
But
yeah. John,
John or George?
yeah. John Paul. Feel good.
Because niggas, they be sleeping on George's songwriting. It's not even funny.
Word.
Appreciate the love on the road, Ronnie.
Yes. Sub to the channel. That ain't rap podcast. Sub, like, share, comment, all that good shit.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I gotta say that now. I gotta say subscribe to the channel because people will come to the channel and watch the episode and not subscribe or forget to like it or whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Hugh, what up? Renzo, what's good? He
Oh, we
always
got
talking about wrestling. Yo. Shout out to Renzo. Word, Braun. Get these
Oh,
hands. Huh?
I didn't even tell you the bullshit that happened today.
What happened?
But I'm gonna make it quick. So I was on Facebook and niggas were legitimately having an argument talking about Big Pud's Capital Punishment is a whack album. So I was like, hold on, what? So they was like, we're gonna give it 6 out of 10. Way too much filler, way too much skits. I'm like, hold up.
Were they young?
Yeah.
Yeah, that explains it. Look, I've been in group chats with dudes, and I told you this. Dudes was saying Big Sean is the GOAT. Big Sean is he ain't fucking with Common. Common has no classic. I've been in group chats like that. I love
Oh
group chats with young cats saying that they feel like Common ain't got no classic albums, but Big Sean is the GOAT.
man, I'm gonna whoop their ass with some resurrection and shit.
I
Fuck.
mean, so I could definitely believe that when you tell me like they don't feel like Capital Punishment was a classic.
And even the older heads too were saying that shit. And so I went on my Facebook. I was like, "Yo, niggas are legitly arguing about Big Pun Calvin Punishment is a whack album." And niggas were like, "Who said that?" Like, nigga, that's one motherfucker rapper you never disrespect. You never.
I can't do Facebook no more because they would ban me for shit like that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even get into those type of discussions because we know it's a classic.
Oh yeah, but that wasn't the first time somebody actually called Pun whack. And you know what?
You want to address this Grammy bullshit, or you want to wait till after the review?
After, because I have a lot to say.
Okay.
But mostly good, believe it or not. Mostly good.
Really? Wow. I already had a big rant thanks to Wacko, if he's in here. I had a big rant about that. 'Cause I felt like the Weeknd got snubbed for speaking his mind, and rightfully so. He should
Who?
speak his mind.
The Weeknd?
They snubbed the Weeknd because of what he said.
I agree.
Okay, and he should speak his mind as an artist. That's what it's about, freedom of speech. And I don't think the Grand that's a whole thing. We'll talk about that after because that's going to be another rant. I already feel it.
Oh yeah, because like this, it's mostly good things I have to say, but I still have my rants too. But I'm just gonna say just once and for all, Justin Bieber should shut the fuck up.
What he say?
He's mad he's not nominated in Best R&B category. I'm like, nigga, you got fucking nominated. Come your fucking
You're
ass
not
out.
R&B. You're pop artist. Okay, just because you collaborate with SZA and Summer Walker don't mean you're R&B all of a sudden.
Right. We
You don't
still
have
ain't
I think the the Changes album was supposed to be an R&B album or something like that.
The White Album.
The Changes the album he came out with earlier this year, Changes.
That
But
overrated album, Chance the
it
Rapper there
it
was
don't.
like off the wall.
It's not an R&B album. It's a pop album. You're on Def Jam. Like they're not promoting you as an R&B artist.
Right.
So what does he? He got nominated. And he's in the major categories. The Weeknd ain't. So what is he complaining about?
Exactly. Like, and I'm looking at my like Justin Bieber, please. And but you know what? Let's save this to after. Though. I have a lot of shit to say.
Yes, I see. I could tell by the chat. People are pissed off too. You know what I mean? Yes. Today we are discussing an album that I grew up with as a child, and that I originally was supposed to do this review in February, and then with the whole COVID thing, I pushed it back. And now we finally discussing this album from a legendary drummer from a legendary band and went solo and became a legend in his own right. Phil Collins. His
Right.
debut solo album from 1981, Face Value, released on Virgin Records and Atlantic Records. Um, the album was created during his divorce with his wife.
Yeah.
After he got off tour with Genesis, this was like in '79, and you know, he was trying to work on his marriage with his wife, and she took the two kids that they had, and what up mid level. She took the two kids that they had, moved to Vancouver, and he actually had moved out there with them to work on the marriage, and it didn't work. He ended up moving back. Well, they both ended up moving back to work on the marriage. It didn't work out. But while they were separated, he was working on this album and recording. He was like he got like a keyboard and some studio equipment and locked himself up in the house by himself and worked on this album. Some of the songs that he was working on for this album, he gave some of the songs to Genesis to his band, and they passed on it because they felt like it wasn't their type of vibe or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like too. I don't want to say soft. It just wasn't them. And basically a lot of these songs are about the rocky marriage he had with his wife at that time. And how did you get into Genesis? I want to say first before I don't want to get too deep into like the whole Genesis thing. This is about Phil Collins, but how did you get? Into Genesis or like Phil Collins?
Well, to be quite honest with you, I've never really been a big Genesis Phil Collins fan,
Right.
but I can actually tell you the moment I've heard Phil Collins' name,
and
that was, of course, in the Eminem song "Stan."
Right.
Because everyone talking in the air tonight. That's like a song I've heard a lot in hip hop culture. If I'm not mistaken, I think DMX sampled that too. For one track, I think it was somewhere in his first or second album. I can't remember. And I remember Ninth Wonder. Shout out to Ninth Wonder, by the way. We were actually, he was talking about like Phil Collins and stuff like that. How they're in the air tonight, and I heard it. I heard the actual song "In the Air Tonight" for the first time in that class, and that fucking drum break. Well, I'm gonna get into. I'm not gonna talk about that drum break. I was just like, okay, he got some shit. He got some shit, but even when it comes to Genesis, I'm more of like a Peter Gabrielist kind of fan and shit like that. I just feel like I like their music when it was like a lot more darker and stuff like that. But
yeah, he was a member of Genesis for 8 years. He spent the first 5 years as a drummer for Genesis.
Right.
And after Peter Gabriel's departure, became the frontman for the group. And then he went solo, and like I said, like things in his marriage became an issue with his wife Andrea at the time. and she was complaining how he wasn't home enough. He was always on tour. He was always on the road, and that's what led to them separating and eventually getting divorced. But he was, this album for him, like his solo album, was like his everything he was feeling and his thoughts about the breakup. So he put all of his emotions into this album, and he originally he was the album title originally was called Interiors and Exposure, and he
Oh
changed the
wow.
title to Face Value because of I guess he wanted that, like, for people to see like the inside of his what he was thinking, like his inner being or whatever. This is the album, OG copy. In the album sleeve you have like the liner notes was like all handwritten by Phil. You can see that, like a lot of different like studio picks and stuff, and this is the back, and like the head, like this is like the back of his head. You got like the album songs on here. So um he signed with Virgin Records, and it was like him doing this album and leaving Genesis for a while. I was like him leaving the nest. That's what he compared it to, like him leaving the nest and going out on his own. And he wanted to maintain full control of his music. And yeah. And for me, like growing up listening to this album, it was like uh I watched a lot of Miami Vice, during the '80s, and when I used to come on NBC on Friday nights, and they played. That was the show that they played um in the air tonight. It was that show that really set it off.
Miami Vice.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Crockett and Tubbs, Miami Vice, the Sonny Crockett and Ricardo Tubbs, two cool cops from South Beach.
That's one show I've always liked, but I never watched the whole series.
Oh
I
man,
just like
that was
the style
great.
of it.
That was great. Edward James almost played the sergeant. Um, they were known for it, like similar to New York Undercover of the '90s. They were known for their fashion. Sonny would wear like the bright colored blazers with the white pants, and he had the flashy car, the Testarossa, the white Testarossa at that time.
Right.
Black car before the Testarossa. I was a big Miami Vice head. I had like the calendar. I had the T-shirts. It was a thing. Like it was a big pop cultural thing back then. Um,
I can imagine.
yeah,
MTV, man. That was that MTV kind of.
yes. I remember I had one I want to say maybe third grade. We had picture day, and I end up getting like some. This is back when Playboy had a clothing line. Like Playboy had a clothing line back then,
Oh,
and
I
I had
never knew that.
yes, and I had some white Playboy slip-ons. I kid you not.
Oh
If I
wow.
could find that picture, I will show it to you. I had some white Playboy slip-ons. They were like the type of shoes that Sonny Crockett would wear on the show. But that's what in Tubbs he had like the double-breasted suit with the tie and all that.
Yeah.
So that was a thing. Miami Vice was a big show, big cop show. And I wasn't big on cop shows. The only cop shows I watched ever was Miami Vice and New York Undercover. So, just them that the song in the air tonight that just fit the whole mood of that show. Miami Nights, and the when Crockett and Tubbs got into trouble, or they might have been like just cruising around the city, they would play that song.
Oh
And
yeah.
because of that show, not only did the show blow up, but the song blew up, and then the album came out, and it was huge, and that was like my introduction to Phil because of that show, and then Genesis later on. So yeah, I gotta credit that pop culture show for this album. You know, um Yeah, so he worked on like he went to like he had a synthesizer and a piano and a drum machine and an 8 track tape, and he worked on this album in his bedroom during that whole time that he was going through the issues with his wife or whatever. And that's what led to him making this album. And has 12 tracks. Um, yeah. So the first track is the iconic "In the Air Tonight." Love this track. It's the way that it starts off, and there's two different versions. There's a longer version, and then there's like a short version. And just the way it starts off is real like mellow, real melodic. You know what I'm saying? And it builds up eventually into like a real chaotic track. You know,
Right.
the drums on it, the big drums on it was I love those. I love that, and the bass and the guitars and just a real cinematic feel to this track. I've never heard nothing like this ever. Um, there is some backstory with this track too, supposedly. I don't know. Like that's the thing about when you talk about these iconic albums and songs, there's like so much backstory now that we didn't know about back then that you don't know what to believe.
Right.
Supposedly, the origins of this song, um, Phil Collins claimed that he wrote it without a very clear picture in mind of who this song is about. Over time, however, it's been theorized by fans and suggested by Collins that its basis lies in his ex-wife and the resentment he had towards her when they were separated. Um, but apparently, it was leaked that this song is about Collins witnessed a hit and run car accident death. He is speaking to the driver who killed the pedestrian and sped away, never taking the blame for their actions. And apparently, Collins was the only witness and watched it happen. So the song is directed towards them. Apparently, also, um, there's something else he has said about the song as well. In an interview, he said that the lyrics for "In the Air Tonight" don't have a particular meaning. Most of the lyrics were improvised, and the song's dark subject matter was inspired by recent life events such as a divorce from his then ex-wife. Responding to theories about the song's meaning, Collins goes on to say, "I can promise you it's not what you think it's about because I don't know what it's about." So he don't even know what it's about. Maybe he was drunk and on one of those nights that he was up in his bedroom making this album, and there's no real particular meaning for how he came up with the song. But it sounds like he don't even know what the song is about. But you got other people saying that it's about a hit and run, so I don't know. But I love it. It's definitely a really dark, moody track. That's the best way I can describe it. Even when I was like little and listening to it, I'm like, this is a different track. It's different. It's real dark. It's real moody. But I don't really know what the hell he's talking about. But what's in the air tonight? Like, be more descriptive about the song. That's what I wanted to know. Like, what exactly is in the air? Is it a ghost? Like, what are you talking about? Is it mist? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it trouble? Is it danger? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I think that mystery about the song is why people love it so much because you don't really get a clear cut picture on what the hell he's talking about. But it just it just sounds good. It like you know what I'm saying? Like it makes sense within the song. You know, when he's saying like, and I can feel it coming in the air tonight. I'm not singing, but I'm just saying I'm quoting his lyrics. When you hear that, yeah, you're wondering like, what is he? What's coming in the air tonight? What is it? You know what I'm saying? But I like it. I think it's a great song. It's classic, and it just works. It just you know what I'm saying. It's just one of those songs that is unexplainable. Maybe you don't need a meaning to what it means. It's just good music. So I definitely love it. And a great way to start off this album.
Yeah, man. Very, very well said about this track. Yeah, this track. I mean, what more can I say about this track? It's a very iconic song. I mean, this was like one of the earliest MTV tracks and stuff like that. The video was just so simple.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, man. I know a lot of people were kind of like saying like, "What the hell this song is about?" And me personally, I feel like it's just definitely a perfect example of how the listeners can guess. The listeners can let the imagination get away with when it comes to this kind of track and stuff
Right,
like that. You know,
right,
um, I always felt like this track, like even, excuse me, even though I'm not the biggest Phil Collins fan, I do have a love for this track, especially like the way it's always been referenced a lot. A lot of hip hop. I know a lot of hip hop have used this sample,
right.
reference the sample and stuff like that. So yeah, man, definitely a very dope track.
In the second, we get to the second track. This must be love. Allegedly, this song is about his second ex-wife, Jill Tavelman.
Yeah,
It was about him, her, a nice ballad. I like the congos on the track, the keys, real soulful. Like the chorus, Phil singing happiness, something that I never thought I'd feel again, but now I know. Yeah, so I like it. Again, another um real melodic track, and Phil singing about his being in love, and I liked it. Definitely a solid track.
yeah, definitely agree with you. I heard Phil Collins say that this is like one of the most, pretty much one of the most happy tracks off this album. If you ask me,
Right.
I mean, he definitely did his thing with this one. It's not really one of my favorites off this record, but at the same time, I got love for this track.
Right, no doubt. Um, Track three, we get to Behind the Lines. This track was originally recorded for Genesis and released on the 1980 album Duke. And it's a up tempo track. It has a nice beat, big horns, really a lot of horns on this song. I like the guitar riff. Definitely a nice um um feel good, type of happy song. I like it.
Mm. Yeah, like you said, this was definitely another feel good kind of track. Um, Originally, a little trivia about this
Mhm.
track. He originally wanted to have the Phoenix horns, which was,
Right.
the Earth, Wind, and Fire's
Yes.
horn section,
I forgot to say that. Yeah.
and he really wanted the song to have like a Michael Jackson
Mhm.
off the wall feel to it and stuff like that too. So I definitely like this,
Right.
like the track and stuff like that. So very solid track.
Yeah, because he wanted to incorporate when he was making this album. He wanted to incorporate different sounds,
Yeah.
and not for it to sound like a Genesis album. He wanted to incorporate R&B because he grew up in a lot of soul music, a lot of Motown,
Oh
and
yeah.
he wanted to incorporate like some R&B here, and you know, just a mixing pot of different sounds, and that's what you need as when you're a solo artist and you come out with a first album. You have to, especially if you're coming from a band like Genesis, like you want to be able to make your own mark as a solo artist, and separate, that image of being in a band like Genesis. So, um, that's that I heard. I forgot to add about the horns, the Phoenix horns that they used to work with on Earth, Wind& Fire. Um, yeah. Now we get to what are we on? The roof is leaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. This song is a story told by an individual who lives inside of a deteriorating house. Sonically, this individual is playing the banjo and narrating his immediate surroundings into the song. So when you hear the banjo playing, that's the character within the story of the song. And he's talking about the house being, broken down and it's falling apart. And You know, I like the song. It's nice. I like banjo, and it's like crickets. You hear like cricket sounds in the background, and Phil is singing. My wife is expecting, but I hope that she can wait because this winter looks like it's going to be another bad one. But spring will soon be here. And yeah, I think it was a real. It's really. I'm sure there's a metaphor within what he's saying. I haven't looked it up, but I'm sure there's a metaphor for that. But I definitely enjoyed the song.
I didn't really care for the song to
You
be
didn't
real
like
with
it?
you. I guess the banjo kind
Mm,
of threw me off. I mean, I'm not really a big banjo person,
right.
and that's like that bluegrass instrument, and yeah, I didn't really care for
See,
it.
guys, like when he says like my roof is leaking and the wind is howling. The kids are crying because the sheets are so cold. I woke this morning and found my hands were frozen. Oh, I've tried to fix the fire, but the damn thing is too old. So I, I visually I can see a story with it with this song. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I don't know how this song relates to his marriage. I guess you could say, well, his marriage is falling apart, like the roof or whatever. But yeah, I think a nice song. Um, then we get to track 5, which is Drone. It's an instrumental, nice instrumental. It starts off slow, then it builds up into like a fast pace, like Congo driven track. You got like a lot of chanting on the track as well, pianos. It definitely has like again, it has like a Miami Vice cinematic feel to it. Like I could definitely hear this song if they were like in a chase scene, or if they were like if Crocker and Tubbs were like going after like a big drug lord or something. Um,
Right.
definitely enjoyed this instrumental.
Yeah, this was a very solid instrumental. I always like how he always has that big climax towards the end with a lot of his music and stuff like that. So, yeah, I definitely liked it.
And then we get to track 6, Hand in Hand, which is another instrumental. Um, I like this one too. He kind of uses a lot of horns on this one. Nice beat, nice background harmonizing. Definitely a nice instrumental for this.
Yeah, this is like around the part you can definitely see his influence for Earth, Wind, and Fire, especially with those horns and stuff like that. And I felt like he definitely tried to replicate that sound with this instrumental a lot. And there's another song where he definitely tried to replicate that sound too, but I'm gonna save that.
Right. Then we get to I want to say it was the I know this was a single. I missed again. It's not this. I want to say it might be the second or third single from this album. I missed again. Yeah, there's a video for it. It's about a man seems to be confused, receiving mixed messages from a girl who has other people interested in her as well. And it's about and about Phil's anger and frustration about his wife leaving him again. That's what the whole album was about, his marriage with his wife. Um, yes, it was the first single. My bad. It was the first single from Face Value. Peaked at number 19 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts in May '81, and number 14 in the UK. I like it. I definitely think I love the beat and the bass line for it. Nice horns on it as well, and Phil singing. So you finally came out and said it, girl. What took you so long? It was in your eyes that looks would never fought too long. And I like the chorus. I think I missed again. Oh, I love I love the chorus for that. The video is funny. You know what I'm saying? It's just basically him in the video with like different like shirts on, and he's just like by himself when he's like playing around. And definitely a nice track, one of my favorites on the album. And yeah, definitely enjoyed it.
Um, yeah, this was a very solid track. I was actually surprised that this was the first track off the album
Hmm.
because I've always thought "In the Air Tonight" was the first.
I thought so too. I thought so too.
But yeah, this one
That
is
might have been the second single.
Yeah, second or third single and shit
Yeah,
like that. But yeah, it's a very solid track. I mean, we've all been through that feeling about when you feel like a female's playing games or giving mixed
right,
signals or whatnot. So
right.
yeah.
Then we get to track 8. You know what I mean? A real nice ballad, beautifully sung by Phil. Nice pianos on
Ooh.
here as well. Phil is singing just as I thought I made it. You walk back into my life, just like you never left. Just when I learned to be lonely, you call out to tell me you're not sure if you're ready. Again, relating back to his marriage with his wife. This is what he was thinking. Um, Definitely liked it. It's a nice ballad. Definitely a solid album cut on here.
Um. Yeah, this track was okay. It was an okay ballad. It wasn't like the best ballad off this album, but I fucked with it.
Okay. Track 9, we get to Thunder and Lightning.
Ooh, yes.
Definitely one of my favorites on here as well. It has a nice beat, nice bass, nice pianos and horns. I love the chorus and the way that Phil sang the chorus over the track. And Phil saying, I never did believe in God and lights, because once you give up hope, it slips away. And it has a nice guitar solo on here as well. Yeah, definitely enjoyed that. Um, the chorus he's singing, because they say thunder and they say lightning and it will never strike twice. Love that, love that. The way that chorus came out, and that's like one of the chorus to me is like one of the stars of the song. Definitely a solid cut on here.
Yeah, this is like one of my probably my favorite track off this album and whatnot. One of my favorites, excuse me. It definitely has that strong Earth, Wind, and Fire raised feel
Yeah.
and whatnot, which I definitely feel is a very underrated album in my opinion and stuff like that. You
Oh
know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
definitely. We didn't do a discussion on that yet, right?
Yeah, we did that 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
Okay, okay. I
Yeah.
was trying to remember which one it was. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Um. Yeah.
yeah, man. I don't know exactly why he called this song Thunder and Lightning, to be real with you, but I definitely
Well,
like.
I was assuming, being that he made this whole album based off of the divorce. I'm assuming that Thunder and Lightning is a representation of the marriage, maybe.
Possibly.
You know, especially if him and his wife went at it all the time because he was on the road and was never home. I could definitely see that, why he named it that. Um, Track 10, we get to I'm Not Moving. I love this song.
Ooh, yes,
Really
yes.
nice beat. It has a bop to it, like they would say. Nice piano, the bass. Um, I love the chorus. It's soulful, but it's soulful with a beat to it, though. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
definitely one of the standout tracks on this album. And he's I definitely enjoyed. Like I said, I love the chorus. He sang the chorus. I'm not moving nowhere, so you can try and push me out. Love classic song.
Let me, yeah,
Yeah.
go on without me. I'll catch up with
I
you.
I
Oh, what?
Then we get to track 11. If leaving me is easy, and this was covered by the Osley Brothers for the '85 album Masterpiece. And Phil basically, again, this is about his divorce with his wife, and he's saying, I read all the letters, I read each word that you sent to me, and though it's past now and the words start to fade, all the memories I have still remain. Definitely enjoyed this track. It's real melodic, nice saxophone being played on this track. Beautiful ballad by Phil Collins. Um, that was also a single, I believe. Uh, yeah, that was a single released in the U.S. Thunder and Lightning, I believe that was only released in Germany. That was just released out there as a single. Um, Track 12 we get to Tomorrow Never Knows, the last track on the album. Um, I love the big drums. It gives it like a real like stadium feel to it. Um, Nice bass line, and I think there was like some backstory for this track as well. Um, it was written it was written by John Lennon, and um, but it was only credited to it was credited to John Lennon and Paul McCartney as a collab, and it was released on the final track of the Beatles' '66 album Revolver. And Pitchfork Media, they considered it one of the greatest songs of all time, placing it at number 19 on the list of 200 greatest songs of the 1960s. And Rolling Stone magazine placed it number 18 on the list of 100 greatest Beatles songs ever. Definitely like it. Phil is singing, "Turn off your mind, relax, and float downstream. It is not dying. Lay down all thoughts, surrender to the void. It is shining, oh, it is shining, that you may see the meaning of within. It is beginning, oh, it is beginning." So this is like a real rock type of song. Like I could see something Genesis. I could see this. I could see Genesis doing a song like this with him. Um, Definitely a great way to end the album off. I like it. I think it's a solid cut.
All right. Let me see what songs did I miss talking
You
about.
missed. I think you missed. Did you say your thoughts on "I'm Not Moving"?
Yeah, it was I'm Not Moving. If Believing Me is Easy and Tomorrow Never Knows. Okay.
Yes.
I'm Not Moving. That was a pretty solid track. That was another track where it's not a good track in me, but it's a okay track. I can like let it slide. If Leaving Me is Easy. Oh my god. Okay. Believe it or not, I actually fell in love with this track mostly from the Isley Brothers cover when they did the Masterpiece album in
Mm.
1985.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of prefer the Isley Brothers version because the way O'Kelly, rest in peace to O'Kelly, by the way, was singing that track and stuff like that. It was very soulful, sensual, which I always thought Ron Isley's song, that lead version, but
Right.
yeah. Yeah, that's a very dope track. And Tomorrow Never Knows, which is the cover of the classic Beatles track from Revolver.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, that cover was very unique because out of all the Beatles, they're in my opinion one of the rock groups you can never do a cover of their music, in my opinion, because
Right.
I've heard some good Beatles covers and I heard some bad Beatles covers, and I've heard way too many Yesterday covers. Let's just say that. But to this one, I gotta be real. This one was actually not a bad cover and shit like that because like it was different. It made it actually like a legit pop kind of song, pop ordeal and stuff like that. So I fuck with it.
Now, see the this in the way that the singles were released for this album in order. They got "In the Ear Tonight" as the first single, and then they got "I Missed Again."
Oh, for
And
real?
then yes, and then "If Leaving Me Is Easy" was a single, and "Thunder and Lightning." I mentioned this when I was talking about the song that was just released to Germany. That was only for Germany, so it wasn't released in the U.S. as a single.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah, so he released four singles from this album. For well, if you count the fourth from for Germany, it's only three for us for the U.S. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely solid album. I love it. I love the production. The songs. In the Ear Tonight, a classic song. I Missed Again. Um, Thunder and Lightning. Tomorrow Never Knows. We got the instrumentals, drone and hand in hand, and just the way that like sometimes if you go through turmoil, you come out with a classic album like this, and it does a lot for your career. So I definitely feel like it's a problematic classic. Phil Collins is a legend. They have a reissue for this album. It came out months. You okay, yo?
Oh yeah.
When did it? I want to say it came out 20. I think 2013. I think it was 2013. It came out. Um, look, I'm trying to see. 2016. My bad. Yeah, it's 2016. That was a deluxe reissue with they added Over the Rainbow, which was it was a B side. It was not a B side. It was an unreleased joint, but it was only on the cassette. They never put it on the vinyl. And with there's a bonus disc also with the deluxe edition, and it has like live versions of In the Ear Tonight and the Roof is leak. The Roof is Leaking demo from 1980 is on here. Against All Odds, I think that was supposed to be on here as well, but he put it on another album. Yeah, so some of those songs like Against All Odds and Please Don't Ask, I think yeah gave them to Genesis, and that's when Genesis they didn't want it on. They didn't feel like it fit on their albums or whatever, so he ended up putting it on the reissue, you know. But this is a great album, though, classic.
Yeah, man. This is actually one of those albums where it deserves all of the accolades that it
Yeah,
deserves.
yes.
Um, yeah, for the first time I'm listening to a Phil Collins album, I'm actually impressed. I'm actually very impressed with it
Hmm.
and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? This album is very moody. It's very, how can I put it? Like you can just feel his pain, but at the same time, the way he masks his pain with like the grooves of this album is what really
But
sets it off and shit. So
yeah,
you know what? I'm gonna give this a 4.5 out of 5.
okay.
Like it's plastic.
Ronnie and Sam gave it 5 mics. I definitely agree. It is definitely a game changing album, you know. And I'm glad that we got a chance to talk about it. I think another thing with this album, everybody knows In the Ear Tonight, but what about the other songs on this album? It's like after In the Ear Tonight, they don't really know anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you got some great songs on here. Like I said, I Missed Again, love that song. And the video, I like the video for it. And Thunder and Lightning, The Roof is Leaking. Definitely have for 12 songs. Definitely some other great songs in here besides In the Ear Tonight. You know,
But you know, like with certain albums in the '80s and shit like
uh,
that, if you have that one strong MTV video hit, they're
right.
gonna boost the album success
But
mostly on that.
but see, I don't think I didn't have MTV yet. Like I didn't get MTV until like I want to say like 88, 87, 88. But I knew of MTV. Like I heard about it. I used to see like the commercials. I want my MTV. I used to see those commercials, but I didn't get MTV until like late 80s. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? So like I knew of that song from like I said like from watching Miami Vice. I didn't see the video for that until like way later. You know what I'm saying? But just hearing it on the radio, like if you listen to like Z100 back then in New York City, you know what I'm saying? Listening to it on the radio and then like seeing um a Miami Vice play, that was like basically their theme song. Hearing that all the time on that show, I knew the song and who sang it, but I didn't see the video until like years later. You know what I'm saying? Like once I finally got MTV and all that. But um, that's a classic song. But I feel like people only know that song from this album. They don't really know nothing else from the album unless you really follow Phil Collins. You know what I'm saying? Like people outside of that, they only know that song, and it's been sampled by people too. So,
right.
you know. That song was actually in that was in Paid in Full, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Which song? In the Air Tonight?
Yeah, because
I
it's on the soundtrack. Like
I
the
think so.
soundtrack
Yeah.
when they came out with the Dream Team album and the Paid in Full soundtrack, it's on the soundtrack.
Oh yeah. I think it's yeah. I think you're right. You're right.
You got Brucey B was hosting the soundtrack actually, so it's on the soundtrack. But I can't remember if it was actually in the movie. I saw Paid in Full like years ago.
Same.
Um, uh, Hugh was like, "Now talk about the Grammys."
Okay.
How do you feel about everything, like the nominations and the whole weekend snub?
Okay, so I'm gonna break it down pretty much. I'm gonna start with the hip hop list. For the first time in years, they actually got the hip hop category right.
You think so?
For the most part. Let me explain.
Okay,
Nas's King's Disease.
I knew that was gonna get nominated.
I knew it was gonna get nominated
He
too.
deserved it. He deserved it.
Yeah,
It was good.
very dope album.
Yeah.
What else? You have
It's,
Freddie Gibbs, Alfredo. I was
that was
not
a surprise.
expecting,
Yes, that was a
not
surprise.
expecting that. I was like, the Grammys know who Freddie Gibbs is,
They know. They know. It's a point of actually nominating these people and putting them in the right category.
right? All right. What else? Then I had a problem with Jay Electronica's written testimony.
Hmm.
I'm like,
Hmm.
how?
Right.
I ain't hear nobody talk
Hmm.
shit about that album like that.
It's because of Jay, because Jay's all over that album. If Jay wasn't on that album, would he still get nominated? No.
Shit. Yeah, man. What else? D Smoke. To be honest, I don't know who this D. I don't listen to D
D
Smoke.
Smoke. Was it Q? Somebody told me that D Smoke is Sir.
Nah,
It's not Sir.
nah.
So who is D Smoke? That's
He's
what I
from
asked earlier. Who? I don't know. I never heard of him.
he's from that rhythms and flow shit.
Never heard of him.
Yeah. And then we have Royce the 5'9's The Allegory, which that was actually a pretty solid album. I was not expecting that one either.
Right. I mean,
All right. Hold on now. Let me get to the like the
I remember hearing the allegory. I didn't like it. So I mean, to me, Royce don't have a solid discography. Like he's a great lyricist. Rock City I liked, and I liked the Prime album. But all like Death is Certain, was it Death is Certain?
yeah, that's a certain.
That was a good one. But this other stuff, I'm not a big fan. Like when Layers dropped, I wasn't a big fan of that, and I don't really care for his other stuff like that.
Yeah, as good as a lyricist as Royce is,
Mm,
his discography I can admit can be a bit shaky.
yeah,
Like the Street Hop album, I know I didn't really care for too much.
I didn't even hear that one.
Yeah.
That's what him wearing the shades on the cover.
Yeah.
Okay,
Now when we get to rap performance, you have Big Sean, Nipsey Hussle, Deep Reverence. I'm not really a Big Sean fan like that.
right. Me neither.
The Baby with Bop, which Loki, I do like that song. I was not surprised. Jack Harlow's What's Poppin', never heard of that one. Lil Baby, The Bigger Picture, which I'm just like, Lil Baby, I'm like, okay. Then we have Megan Thee Stallion Savage, which
Mhm.
then Pop Smoke's Dior,
Right.
which the Grammys,
Mhm.
like Pop Smoke died, so all of a
Right.
sudden you
Exactly.
don't
They
name
did that with Mac Miller. So they did that with Nipsey last year. So I mean, I expected that.
right. Um, let's see what else. Then low key, let's see what else. What else? Megan Thee Stallion. I know Beyonce got the most nominations.
And why is that? She didn't come out with an album. She came out with the short film for the
That's the
Lion King.
visual album. That's the visual album. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's an album. They count that as an album. So
yeah.
so the actual Lion King soundtrack wasn't that her too?
Lion King soundtrack. That was her album too.
So it's like she could just drop anything, and at this point she would be nominated.
I mean, and then you gotta remember she was on the Savage remix and shit too.
Right.
So
Well, I understand that. You nominate Megan with Beyonce, I can understand that. Why is Beyonce still getting nominated? It's not really a album.
but it's a visual
It's
album.
a visual album, and she's in the major categories for a visual album.
Yep. I mean that's the way how Beyonce does it. I mean,
Can you imagine if Jay-Z back in when was it '97 when he had dropped the visuals for Streets is Watching that they would have not
ooh,
they didn't nominate him back then for that. His wife gets nominated for a visual album. You know what I'm
wow.
saying? Like that spot could have been for the weekend. She has the weekend spot. Why is the weekend snubbed for speaking his mind? He had one of the best albums of the year. I don't understand how you can snub the weekend. That is a travesty.
That then they have progressive R&B. They have
Yeah,
melodic rap categories.
what the hell is that? And they just made that up. They made that up. What is that? And that's what he was talking about when he's like, yo, the Grammys, they don't understand. You cannot put our artists and bunch them all together. What the hell? Because Anderson Paak came out with a song about George Floyd. They said, oh, okay, well, you're gonna go in this category we just made today. What the hell is progressive R&B?
What the hell is melodic rap?
Melodic rap. That's like Drake. That would be like Ty Dolla Sign. You know, those type of artists. Because Drake is in that category. That's another new one, and they put Drake in that category. So he's basically the flag bearer for melodic rap. So now, when we talk about melodic rap, we talk about Drake, we talk about Ty Dolla Sign, and whoever else that sings and shit. So
Shit. Um. Yeah, man. What else? Let me see. Let me go to the R&B too.
man,
Doja Cat got fucking nominated for new artist,
I'm
which
surprised, but she's in the major categories for Say So.
I was like,
I'm
so
surprised.
this what we got to do? This what we doing here?
Listen, I listened to the Doja Cat album just off of curiosity. I don't. To me, she's like another Nicki Minaj. That's how I look at it. See, I think Nicki, and this is all from Kim. When Kim came out, Nicki was her offspring. After Nicki, you got Doja, you got Megan, you got Cardi. It's all the same to me. I don't think any one of them got their own style.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? If you disagree, then you know, let me know. But to me, they all the same. To me. And she's in the major category. So they basically snubbed the good music when it comes to the weekend and put Megan and put Doja out there and like what are they doing?
I mean, Megan did a thing this year. I'm not gonna front.
I'm not big on Megan. You know, I listened to the album review when we did it. We did the album reaction. I like the production on it. I just feel like she just talk about her ass too much.
Body yada 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 yada
Yeah,
yada.
she just is that stripper music. That's how I would describe it. Like if you into the strip clubs, that's perfect for you. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. Other than that, what does she have to offer? How you know what I'm saying? Like, do you see her being in this game for a long time? Because I don't.
I mean, she got an album with Q-Tip coming out soon, so
Megan Thee Stallion.
yeah, I told you she got an album with Q-Tip coming out.
Megan Thee Stallion is doing an album with Q-Tip.
Yeah.
Why?
You said what?
Why? Why?
Q-Tip is like a mentor to her, low key.
Is Q-Tip sleeping with this woman?
Chill.
You gotta yo. It's not like Q-Tip hasn't messed around with with women in the industry before. We know about Angie Martinez. We know about Mariah. You know what I'm saying? We know about the supposedly there was a little romance with him and Janet. I don't know how true that is, but
I heard about that, but
right. I heard about that when the Velvet Rope dropped. I heard about that.
I don't think that's true. I think they were just.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Hey, he
'Cause she was
wasn't
compared
poetic
to the
justice. He played
Nate.
her boyfriend in poetic justice, even though he got killed.
Benita Applebaum.
Where there's smoke, where there's smoke, you never know. You know what they say? Where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm just saying, but that don't even sound right. Q-Tip album with Megan Thee Stallion? Has he lost his mind, or like did she like give him someone inside and be like, yo, you better do this album?
Hey man.
How is that gonna work? I can't picture Megan Thee Stallion on a Q-Tip beat. I'm sorry.
Megan can spit though. We'll see.
So you really believe she's a lyricist?
I've never said all that. I just said she can spit.
What up, Wacko?
She ain't no rap. She ain't no rap.
You know what she's spitting. You know what she's spitting, and it ain't bars. I'm saying I don't. You guys hear this? Megan Thee Stallion with Q-Tip. What the hell is Q-Tip leaving his whole native tongue ancestry to go mainstream and ratchet now?
You know what? We act like this nigga did not drop the Amplified album.
Amplified is not. Hold on. Amplified. Yes, it was commercial. He got some bangers on there though, but you can't compare Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not.
Amplify still has some bangers. Let's Ride. You know, I love that joint. You didn't like Let's Ride? I
I
love
don't
it.
like the album to keep it above.
You didn't like the album.
I'm
So
gonna
you
have
didn't
to,
like no songs off with Breathing Stop. You didn't like Robin Thing.
I'm gonna do a review on the album probably next month.
Oh boy, that's gonna be fun. I gotta get in on that.
Actually, you know what? Next week, fuck it,
That's gonna be
because
fun. Q-Tip lost his damn mind whack. He's doing an album with Megan Thee Stallion. That don't even sound right, bro. I'm not even gonna listen to that. I'm sorry.
eh,
That is not going to make me a Megan fan. It's not.
it's just a vibrant thing.
What can and he's producing everything on there, right?
Yeah,
Why? Who talk for you to instead of you coming out with the last Zulu album we've been waiting like 7, 8 years for, you coming out with an album Megan Thee Stallion? Why? You can't tell me you're excited. You can't tell
I'm
me.
intrigued. I'm more intrigued than excited. That's what I'm saying.
Intrigued. What the hell is Q-Tip gonna do with Megan Thee Stallion on the album? I can't picture it, but because if you listen to her new album, it's like booty shaking music. Is Q-Tip gonna do that? He's gonna do like a sequel of to a Violent Thing, bro.
I don't know. I don't
Ah,
know. I
I
don't
hope that's
know.
not true. Did he post anything on his Instagram about that?
You know, I'm gonna post a link. Hold on.
A link to what? There's a song out.
No, a link to the news article. Just a
I hope that's a rumor. That can't be true. That
yeah, because
cannot be
he said she's an amazing MC.
an amazing MC. Oh yeah, he's sleeping well. Definitely. There's no way in hell you can tell me with a straight face that Megan Thee Stallion is a great MC. No way. She's not Noah. She's not better than Rhapsody. Nitty Scott MC. She's not better than none of them. Jean Grey. She's not better than her. No, he's sleeping well. That doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. Sam over here asking us about Dustin Hoffman movies and shit, and I'm trying to get the info on Q-Tip and Megan Thee Stallion album.
Nigga, I never seen a Dustin Hoffman
I
movie.
never I never seen. Well, I saw Rain Man, but it was like I was young. I don't even remember that movie. Dustin Hoffman. When the last time he was in the film, yo?
Was he accused of sexual harassment?
Was he? Who
From
knows? Everybody getting accused nowadays, yo. I didn't hear about that. I can't even remember the last Dustin Hoffman movie I seen. Check out the Ohio Players version of Over the Rainbow.
yeah, I heard that version. That
Ronnie
version.
giving us the info tonight. Ronnie, how come you didn't give us this info about this album? How did I hear this from Reggie, not you first?
She's such a
That has
god.
to be. That has to be. Nah, that has to be a rumor. I don't even. I can't even
Try
picture.
not believing it.
Rockthebells.com.
Nigga, I told you to call me at 10:30. Nah, I'm not picking up the phone. Nah. Told you to
How
call
did
me.
the Grammy snub the Weeknd, bro? He has one of the best albums out. How do you snub the Weeknd?
And you
Yo,
know,
you know
I've
who
been
they nominated Billie Eilish. Her year was last year when she beat Lizzo in all the major categories. She nominated for a song from a movie that's not even out yet. That James Bond film is not even out yet. How
where's
do
the
you how
Griselda
do you how is
nomination?
she nominated for a song from a movie that's not out yet? I've
Where the
never
Griselda
seen that.
nomination? That's what I'm asking.
Yo, that's crazy. I can't watch this. Like I said, the Grammys have no value anymore, yo. They don't hold value no more like they used to. You remember when the Roots got nominated and for Things Fall Apart and they won in 2000. That was the
Yeah.
year that J-Lo wore that infamous green dress with her boobs out and all that.
Yep.
And the community was happy for them. We were happy that they actually showed the rap category for once. And the one that they showed was for the Roots winning for Best Rap Album. And they got the Grammy for Things Fall Apart. That's one of their best albums. Okay? That's like one of the very few times where the Grammys got it right and they showed the rap category. That's what you're supposed to do. It makes no sense to have a rap category and every year and you never show it. Just like with R&B, they stopped showing the R&B categories a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? When was the last time they showed the reggae category? They don't even do that.
I never thought they did, to keep it a buck with you.
They never. They did one time. I forgot what year it was. The one time they showed it, and it was only because Rihanna performed with, I think it was Stephen Marley, one of the Marley or Damian Marley, and then they showed it. That's the only time because Rihanna was on the stage. She's not even Jamaican. She's from another country. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all getting your countries mixed up. Barbados and Jamaica is two different countries. You know what I'm saying? That's the only time they showed it. They don't show the reggae category. They do that in the pre-show.
Barbados.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me see this album of the year.
Yo, I saw the nominations. I'm like, this is complete crap. Like, I won't be watching it.
Okay,
I hope
Janae.
Nas, I hope Nas wins because I think Nas definitely Nas never had a Grammy ever. He definitely deserved one before he dropped that. So please give it to this man. I would hate for him to pass away and then they end up giving some tribute, some tribute Grammy like they always do to people when they're not here. Give it to him now when he's breathing.
Loki, I'm not even, besides Janae Aiko, I'm not even hyped for the album of the year for the Grammys.
Janae Aiko had a good album. Chalumba was a
Yeah.
good album. You know what I'm saying? I like her. She definitely makes good music. You know? But to outright snub the weekend, that's retarded. I don't understand that at all.
That's disrespectful.
Somebody got to get fired for that for that mishap, yo. Some heads got to roll for that.
Disrespectful.
Hugh said, name a lot of artists who did not win. If you was on here earlier, Eric was naming like 50 different artists that didn't win a Grammy, yo. Rick James didn't win one, and Snoop and Busta, and there was a whole bunch of them. You know,
That's some bullshit.
I'm not. This is why I don't watch it. It's like I used to watch it for the performances. As far as like the categories, they don't know how to do it. They switching things up, and then they not even nominating people that deserve it. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And I said this earlier. The Grammys they have a certain image to maintain. There's certain artists that they're gonna look at first. They're not gonna look at Griselda because the Griselda's too hardcore for them. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna look at Megan. They're gonna look at Chance the Rapper. Those are always safe. That's all they've always done that. That's what 50 never get nominated. And 50 could have easily gotten a Grammy for Get Rich or Die Trying and Massacre, Curtis. They overlooked him because he was too street. He didn't fit their criteria.
Use a window shopper.
What's the worst music videos y'all ever seen? Worst music videos? I don't know. There's a lot, man. Basically, videos now don't even mean shit no more. You know, back then when Michael came out with Beat It, that was like the first video to tell a story, and then
Well,
everybody.
I know one was video.
What's that?
Elephant Man featuring Wyclef John 5-0.
I don't even know that. Elephant Man of all people.
You want to watch it?
You gonna show it right now?
I mean, we can do a what the fuck video, and I'll show it to
Oh yeah,
you.
we ain't do one of those in a minute, yo. It's been like since the summertime we didn't do one of those episodes.
For real, cause copyright and shit.
Oh, did they shut it down or no?
Oh no. I just kind of took a little break, a little bit, but I can show it to you if you're after this review and shit. If you want.
Man, I never even seen it. But Michael told a story with Beat It. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody basically that was like the blueprint for making videos. You know what I'm saying? Because before then, you just had artists standing up and singing in front of the camera. There was no storyline to a video until Michael came out.
Right.
But now videos don't mean shit no more. Like many videos come out every day, and I don't even care to look at them. You know.
What you think? What you think of the Womp video?
The WAP video?
No, the Womp video.
Womp? Who the hell is Womp?
That Megan and Cardi shit.
Womp? I thought it was rap.
No, the song is called Womp for Wet Ass Pussy.
That's how you pronounce it?
Yeah, Womp.
Oh, okay. I never. I thought it was whack. My bad. I didn't see it. I saw like clips of it, but I mean, I don't listen to them, so that is
Ah,
not a video that I would go running to see on YouTube or Worldstar or whatever.
I heard this one person say that's like one of the best videos. They put that up there with the Janet Jacksons and shit.
With Janet Jackson,
Yeah,
which one?
I think the Pleasure Principle video.
That was an okay video. I mean, she was just dancing around with a chair. Like, what was so good? I mean, she made better videos than that. I love Miss You Much.
Oh, I love the
What Have
Miss
You
You
Done for Me
video.
Lately?
What
Runaway. She had way better videos than Pleasure Principle.
all the videos to Rhythm Nation shits all over Pleasure Principle to keep it
Right.
above.
Yeah. Like, she dancing with a chair. Like, what's so good about that video?
The Love Will Never Do video. That's my favorite
That
video
was a
from
good
that.
one. Yes, that was a good one.
Um,
Escapade. That was a good one. She dancing
all,
with the African dude.
all right.
All right was a yeah. All right was a good one.
Come on,
When I think
baby.
of you, that was a good one.
Oh,
You
hold on. Don't, anytime, any
Yes,
place.
yes. They overplayed that one.
Of course.
Yeah.
Uh,
If was a good video.
but if was pornography, I'm sorry. I remember as a little kid, I saw that shit. I was
Uh,
like,
yeah,
no
that
wonder
was,
why they call you Miss
she was in
Mac.
her sensual mode and all that. You know,
The Go Deep video, I love that
Go
one.
Deep was yeah. That was a good video. That reminded me of like not super bad. Project X.
Yes.
All the kids in the pool and everything and wrecking the house. It was like that.
Yeah, another video from Jen that I love was the Runaway video from the Designer for Decade compilation.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had way better videos than Pleasure Principle. And she
Yeah,
wear knee pads. I'm like, what's that about? You wearing knee pads, you playing on a chair. I'm like, what is this? Flash dance sports?
yeah, like I said, like Pleasure Principle, I respect the legacy that it left, but I always for that video, people like overhype. They're like, okay, I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
that
And
wasn't my
Tiana Taylor, Loki, Tiana Taylor did that shit better. I'm sorry, but she did that shit better.
favorite. I love the song. I didn't care for the video though. I mean, Janet got better videos than that.
Right.
You know, it's like with Michael. Like Michael, Stranger in Moscow. I didn't really care for that video. I love the song.
Whoa. That video was amazing. Hold
You
up
like
now.
the video
That's like my
with the
favorite
rain
ending.
dropping? I mean, it's okay. Yeah, I wanted to see him. I mean, it would have been better if he's doing the moonwalk
You
in
don't
the
have to go.
yeah, if he's moonwalking while it's raining, that would have been better. But I mean,
Jack
that's
is
not my favorite
crazy.
Michael video. I just feel like he has so many better videos than that.
But he was going through in that video, man.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was
you could tell.
fine.
You could tell. He wanted a change of pace. He's like, just give me some rain dropping and I'll be with an umbrella.
Right.
You know. Ronnie said, "Anytime, any place is my second favorite Janet video." Okay.
Yo, Ronnie, I remember Life Jennings. SEX. That nigga.
What does the Fox say is the worst music video ever? What does the Fox say? Who sang that shit?
What does the fox say? What the fuck
I
is that?
I know that song. I forgot who made it. Favorite hip hop video?
Ooh.
Mm,
Onyx, throw your guns. That's among my
that
favorites.
was a good one. Um, yeah, Crooklyn Dodgers, the first one. That was a good one.
Okay. Tyler the Creator Yonkers.
Uh, La Fla. I really like that one. They look like they were all having fun on that video set. Like Sean Price and Fab Five. They all look like they were having fun.
I'm gonna take it back. Slick Rick's It's a Boy.
Mm. Um, damn. There's so many, yo. Shit.
Mind you, I didn't even mention Hype Williams videos yet. So
I wasn't even thinking Hype Williams. I was just thinking like videos in general that I watched a lot. You know what I'm saying? Illinois Scratch with my homies.
ooh. EPMD's Headbanger.
Headbanger was a good one, definitely. And I like hardcore too, even though LL wasn't in it. He should have been, but that was a dope video.
Oh yeah, Loki. I never knew LL threw shots at EPMD on To the Break of Dawn.
Did he?
Yeah, because I was watching this Paris Smith interview recently, and he said the line where LL was talking about the sheriffs when he was dissing Ice. I'm MC Hammer. He said that was aimed at EPMD because he was like one of these sheriffs, and EPMD had a song called "I Shot the Sheriff."
Right. Oh shit. Did they ever get back at him?
No, because it was like competition. Because anytime a new artist signs a Def Jam, LL always wants to subliminally throw shots at him. Because remember,
yeah, I know To the Break of Dawn he went at Kumo D and Ice T and shit.
Yo, have you heard the original version with the "Keep Rising to the Top" sample?
No, I never heard that.
Oh, it was like a live performance he did, and I actually prefer that version over the retail version and shit like that because he has some better lines, and the way he was flowing on that track,
Right.
He had more room to flow and shit.
How to get that? See, when I heard that, it was both. I heard it twice because I heard it on Mama Said Knock You Out. That was 1990, and then the same year, House Party came out, and that was on the House Party soundtrack.
That was good marketing, and that song wasn't even on the movie.
Yeah, and it wasn't. That was weird. It wasn't in the movie, but it's on the soundtrack.
See, and mind you, he was in the battle with Kumo. That was a good strategy move and shit.
Right.
That was a good strategy move. Like
yeah. So I always like they even back then they made a big thing about the Mo D battle and then he went at Ice T. So I never heard no other mix for the song.
Yeah, I just sent it to you too.
Okay, I gotta definitely check that. Favorite Mariah Carey music video. I love Fantasy because ODB was in it. The remix and she was on. It was at the amusement park. I love that. I like Breakdown with Bone Thugs. Redman is in that video as well.
Damn, this is a tough one. I'm gonna go with Emotions.
Emotions was good. That was a good one. Dream Lover, I like that one too.
I hate that video.
You don't like Dream Lover?
Hell no, I hated that. I never actually cared for that song, to keep it a buck.
that beat is fire. What? You don't like Dream Lover?
I heard that Big Daddy Kane use a sample better.
Did he?
Yeah.
He sampled Dream Lover?
No, the Ain't No Half Steppin' sample from Heatwave.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what it's from. That's right. Mariah killed that song, man. I love that song.
Low-key, the video for Vision of Love is a personal favorite of mine.
That was a good song. Yes. Classic. Definitely.
But let me ask you something, because I was talking to my homeboy about this. Do you feel like Mariah hollered a lot in her first two albums?
I mean, she just had the octaves for it, though. I mean, that was a thing, too. Like, they made a thing out of that, Mariah's octaves were like the best ever. She can sing better than Whitney. That was like a big thing. Because, Whitney fans were pissed. They didn't want to hear that. It would be like the Beehive now. Like, if the Beehive was around back in the 80s or the 90s and they said, like, oh, Mariah could sing better than Beyonce. That was like a big thing in music. You know what I'm saying? So I think like she did that a lot, but she could sing her ass off. So
oh yeah,
I don't think it was I don't think anybody complained about it.
About to play the classic.
Yes, classic film.
Shit, I might play as Redman for a little bit of shit. Oh, one of my all-time favorite hip hop videos, Redman Tonight's the Night.
Yes, that was dope. Definitely. Redman always made like the best videos.
Oh yeah.
Can't Wait and Tonight's the Night and Blow Your Mind. I'll Be That. He made like some of the most funniest videos.
I even like the video for Pick It Up.
Pick It Up was dope, yeah. Favorite Tupac video?
Oh,
favorite Tupac video? Probably To Live and Die in LA. I
Yes.
like that
Okay.
one
Yeah.
because he went around L.A., went to the mall and all that, and chicken and waffles and all. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna
um,
say holla if you hear me.
that was good. Of course, I get around. He looked like he was having fun in that video. Um,
Mhm.
California Love, the one with the version with Dre and when they like was riding around the city and stuff.
Yeah, I like the remix version too.
Yeah, that was good. The Mad Max version that was good too. Um, yeah, Honey was good. I loved Honey with the remix with Mason the Locks. I love that one.
Speaking of Bad Boy, what's your favorite Bad Boy music video?
Favorite Bad Boy video? Damn, that's a good question. Favorite Bad Boy video? I really love the Total Can't You See with Biggie. With
Ooh,
them wearing like the all black leather and
do do
really
do
enjoyed that video. Only You remix where they in Times Square with Biggie and Mace and
do.
yeah,
Woo.
he definitely Big Papa.
Hold
That
the
was a
hell
great
up.
video. One More Chance, of course. That's probably my favorite Biggie video. One More Chance, the remix. Yeah,
The
like
one,
everybody and Mary is in that. Patra, Changing Faces, Heavy D. Everybody was the brat. Everybody's in that video. You know,
right.
Warning was good. Yeah, Warning was dope. You know, Sam said Brenda's got a baby's his favorite. Ronnie said Time for Some Action was dope. That was a great man video. I'll be that. I love that one. Favorite Biggie video, yeah, One More Chance, the remix. That would be my favorite one.
Biggie Smalls. One of my all-time favorite Biggie videos is "Sky's the Limit."
Yeah, that was a good one too. That one was so sad, especially like after everything happened and then seeing like the kids like playing him and all that, and
Right,
that was a sad one. You
for
know?
real. And that was a nice choice for a single, like
Yeah,
"Sky's the Limit."
right. Exactly. I mean, when that double album came out, the radio played every song off of it like it was a single. They played "Fucking You Tonight" like that was a single. They played "Kicking the Door" like that was a single. They played "Ten Crack Commandments," "Play a Hater." But every song they played, they were playing it like it was a hit single. So I think Puffy picked the right singles like in light of what happened. And he probably was I don't know if that was the plan. He probably switched it up because of everything. I'm like, this guy just got murdered. I don't think you want to come out with a song called "Kicking the Door." You know what I'm saying? So, or uh, what's beef? You know what I'm saying? That was a big record off of there too. So I think Puffy probably changed it up and like, yo, we got to do "Sky's the Limit," and that was a sad video to see when that came out.
Right. And then "No Way Out" came out.
Right, and he blew up because he wanted to be an artist. He even said it like he like from the days of watching Big rock a crowd on stage. That's what motivated and inspired him to come out with his own album and be his own artist. And he had to because after you lost the biggest talent on your label, you know what I'm saying? And then Craig Mack left. The Locks wanted out. Like he had to do something because they wasn't gonna survive with just Mace and the Locks. And that's probably what forced him into being a full fledged artist as well as the CEO. But it didn't work for him. Like you got lucky once with the first album, and then he started coming out with all these other trash albums.
Right.
People just tuned him out, and then he's responsible for the Blink era. You know what I'm saying? Because once he was successful with the first album, everybody else tried to do what he did, and it changed hip hop to the point where we almost lost it. You know what I'm saying? We had to get it back. It's still not where it needs to be, in my opinion. But we've come a long way.
For real, not everybody wants to fucking dance.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that I mean, and we still had classics coming out during that time. No Way Out came out because there was people that was still like, yo, I'm not doing what Puffy's doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come out with it. OC when he OC dropped Jewels, he wasn't trying to do no jiggy shit. You know what I'm saying? When you had artists like, Helter Skelter about to drop their second album and OGC and all these other cats, they wasn't trying to do what Bad Boy was doing.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying? So it just was like, the real hip hop heads was staying away from whatever Puffy was doing. Onyx, when we talked about the Shut 'Em Down album, they wasn't trying to do what he was doing. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And a lot of labels that's what they wanted at the time. They wanted that shit. They didn't want to hear the street shit. They wanted to hear the jiggy shit. That's why Will Smith blew up. He came back out at the right time with Big Willie style because that's what it was about at that time. He picked the right time to come out because if he came out any other time, that album would have flopped. He got the right producers. Track Masters was hot as hell at that time. So that's what made that album sell so many. When was it like Diamond now?
Yes, pretty much. I think
You know what I
close.
mean? So that's his best comeback album. You know what I'm saying? And he came out at the right time. He took advantage of that, of that situation. So
Hey, question.
yeah,
You want to do the Fat Joe Jealous Ones interview review tomorrow?
I'm down. Where I thought you want to do the mix joint, the Harlem World joint.
I might save that for Sunday.
Sunday, okay.
Yeah.
Jealous One's Envy, another dope album. Ronnie said, "Oh, I didn't know that Timbaland's album was released the same day as Tupac's Greatest Hits.
Oh yeah, you did do a review on that
I
Timberland.
did it today because
Okay.
I I like the album. I just don't like Timbaland rapping. But the strongest songs are the ones that don't feature Timbaland on it. Like the R&B joints with Aaliyah and Genuine and Kelly Price. Those are the strongest songs. Like towards the end, I think the track listing is off too. Like you should have had the strongest songs um up top. But I see what he did because he wanted to have like Jay-Z and Nas tracks, and in for to start the album, and then you finish the album with your own crew. That's why you had Genuine and Aaliyah and Missy. Those tracks toward the end of the album. But those are the stronger tracks. You know what I'm saying? The tracks that he's not on, like Lobster and Scrimp, that's all Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? The Nas joint with Mad Skills, that's all them. He ain't on that joint. It's the tracks that he's on that he's trying to rap. That's the crap. But I love the production. I just don't care for him as a rapper. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I did the little discussion because today's the album anniversary. Well, it was the album anniversary because we in Wednesday now. But it was the album anniversary, and I'm like, yo, let me discuss this album. You know, something that I want to do, and that I'll be doing that from time to time. I'll discuss like different albums or movies or whatever that's underrated or how I feel about them that I don't see people mention. So I did that one today. What you think? Have you heard that album?
To be quite honest with you, I have never heard a Timberland solo album. I just mostly get Timberland and Magoo. But I've heard good things on the production because I don't care about
Yeah,
his rapping either.
yeah. They're like Shock Value. A lot of people like that one. Um, that one was good. At part two, I didn't care for. Part two was more. Part two was more. He had more pop artists. I mean, he had like JoJo. He had Nickelback. He had
Oh God, not
yeah,
them.
not the whole group. He had the leader. I forgot his name. He
Oh
had the leader
God.
from Nickelback on that album. He had Brandy. I think Brandy was on that. Nelly Furtado. He had like more um like like pop alternative rock artists on that one. The first Shock Value was more like rap. Um, Welcome to Our World. That was the Timbaland and Magoo album, the first one. That one was good. It had some bangers on there.
I got that album too.
You got that one?
If I'm not mistaken, yeah, I
The
got it.
other ones I didn't care for the Under Construction 2. I didn't. It's too much filler on that, and the one with I forgot the other one. The one with Indian was it Indian carpet, Indian flute? That Indian, the one with Sebastian, his brother, Indian flute, I think it's called. I didn't care for that album, but like I said, like I love Timbaland as a producer, but he's not no great rapper. Red Hot Chili Peppers discography. I got one Red Hot Chili Peppers album right now, so I want to get like some more of their stuff. Some of their stuff was out of print. But yeah, I got I think Californication. I got that one. You
Would
into
you?
Red Hot Chili Peppers?
To be quite honest with you, I love Red Hot Chili Peppers. I feel like they were hit or miss after Californication. So if you're down to do a
Yeah,
breakdown, I'm down.
yeah, I love that album. That album was great. I have listened to the other albums after Californication. I feel like even with them, it's like they're not the same. I don't want to say they're not the same. It's like the music climate is so different that a lot of these like bands we grew up with, they don't feel the same no more. That's what I mean. You know.
Yeah,
Um. Yeah, Pharrell's not a great rapper. And I said that earlier. He's not a great rapper, but I love his production. He should just stick to singing. Singing is his thing. When he did Happy, that was all singing. He wasn't rapping on Happy.
cause I'm happy,
You know what I mean? That's
happy,
all singing, and I
happy.
think that's why people liked it because they know him for rapping, but he can also carry a note. You know what I'm saying? He should stick to singing. If he did singing, he'd be a dope artist. But I don't care for his rapping because he can't rap, and he's rapped over all type of beats, Wu-Tang beats, and he sound like shit. You devalue those Wu-Tang beats when you try to spit over those like Liquid Swords and you know what I'm saying and Incarcerated Scarfaces. I'm like you're doing a disservice to Raekwon and Jizza like trying to rap over those beats.
That's funny for real rapping
Yeah,
over.
he sounded horrible. The mixtape he did with Drama.
Oh,
He did
he did a mixtape with drama.
yes. He did an ice cream mixtape with Drama. That was '06, like right when
Fuck
In My
you
Mind came
mean?
out. And
Fuck you mean?
Drama just let him rhyme to any beat. And this nigga picked Wu-Tang beats on that tape to rhyme on. He sounded terrible. I
That's
never want to hear Pharrell rap over Wu-Tang beats ever again in life. I know he came from that era and he loved Wu-Tang or whatever, but if he had tried to sing on that, I would have understood. But you trying to rhyme on Liquid Swords now. That's Jizza should have been like, yo, don't ever rhyme on my shit ever again. He can't rhyme. I'm sorry. He's not a great rhymer. He can sing. He's a good singer. You listen to Frontin'. What is he doing on Frontin'? He's singing. He's not rapping on it.
I love number one.
You know what I'm saying? Number one. Same thing. He's singing on number one. Kanye West is the one that's rapping on that. You know what I'm saying?
Number
He's not a
one.
great rapper, but he know how to he can carry a note. I'd rather hear him try to sing than to try to rap because he don't sound good. Favorite Jay-Z music videos. Um
In my lifetime remix.
yes. In my lifetime, uh
Them girls were
huh?
sick. Them girls were bad in that video, yo. Ooh.
Yes. Where I'm from, I like the videos he did for he's just watching, like Imaginary Player.
Yeah, son.
And he got like the two dudes hating on his car and shit when he's coming out of the club or whatever.
Yes,
That was dope. And
I
where I'm
love it.
from, Streets is watching. I like those videos that he did for that mini movie. Face Off with what's his name?
Sauce Money.
Sauce Money, and he got like the naked chicks in the video and shit.
I'm gonna take it
Dope.
back. Feeling it.
Feeling It was dope. Yeah, yeah. Feeling It was dope. He got so many, man. Can't Knock the Hustle.
Or Jay Z fucking dodged that book.
Yeah. And
My
the
nigga
limousine
Jay.
blew up and shit in that video. And yo, man, Jay made the best videos too, man. He made the best videos.
No, I have a personal love for the Dead Presidents video with all
That
them
was,
Coast rappers
yeah, that was good.
and shit.
Definitely,
Biggie saying, "Who shot you?"
definitely.
I'm like, yeah, Biggie.
AZ's
Yeah,
in the video.
little trivia.
Mm,
A lot of people say that when he originally wanted to have Nas in that video too, but
right.
Nas he didn't like the way how Jay-Z sampled "The World Is Yours" for that song, and that's what
Oh
kind of
Lord,
started the beef.
you got paid for it, right?
I don't know.
You didn't get
I
paid
don't
for it.
think so.
Wow. So Nas had beef with him back then.
Oh yeah, that's what really started the beef between them. But it didn't really escalate until Memphis Bleak, my mom, right?
Crazy. Bleak wasn't fucking with Nas on no level, so it wouldn't even have mattered.
Low key, I have to do a review on the Understanding too.
Yes, I think I have that one. I think I got that Bleak out.
I never heard that album too. I only heard the first
Yeah,
joint.
that's the second one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, the second one. I actually like the second one more than the first one.
really? Oh wow.
Yes, the first one was good, but I wasn't a huge Bleak fan. Like I tolerated him because he was down with the Rock and all that, and he did have some his moments. But I wasn't a huge Bleak. Like I was more Beans than Bleak.
Same.
But I feel like dude, right around when the truth came out and they had that rumor about them, teaming up to do an album. I'm like, this could work for Bleak. I feel like he always was good at posse cuts and collaborating with other artists. But for his own albums, I wasn't huge on all his stuff. Like I like Understanding, that was dope. The first album was dope. 456, I think that was a great album.
I got a very unpopular opinion.
You like that?
I felt like Bleak did his best rhyming on Reasonable Doubt, in my opinion.
Oh wow!
If he would have
Like ever,
dropped,
ever, ever in life?
yes, Coming of Age and Can I Live Too, he did
Wow.
his best rhyming on those tracks. If he would have came out with an album in 96, 97 with production resembling that, that would probably have been his best shit. With Clark Kent beats, oh man.
Yeah, and yeah, like he wasn't spectacular on the mic, but he had his moments. Is that your bitch? I liked him on that,
Oh yeah.
and who want what? I liked him on that, and he had his moments. You, me, him, her.
Ooh,
I,
okay.
I think I think see Jay promoted him a lot because I was his boy, but Bleak wasn't selling like that. Though. That's the thing. He should have been hitting the mixtapes hard, and that's something he wasn't doing because he was a part of the Rock. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you had Dipset that was they were killing the mixtape scene back then.
So I got an idea for this
Yeah.
fucking Somebody's Do Your Job cover.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do the fucking robe. I'm about to make me some dinner in a minute, and I'm just gonna have a dinner with a tea in my hand or some shit like that. Just
Oh Lord. This is if y'all can see this. This is the Pharrell DJ Drama mixtape. I'm not bullshitting.
oh my
That is the
god.
mixtape. That is the mixtape. Okay, BBC Ice Cream DJ Drama mixtape. That was '06. I kid you not. This dude was rapping on Wu-Tang beats, and he sounded like crap.
That's crazy. I can't
Yeah,
believe he did a mixtape with
yeah,
drama out of all people.
yeah. That shit is out of print now. But
And
yo, if you could find it on Dat Piff on YouTube, definitely. If you want to listen to his horrid rapping on Wu-Tang beats, check it out. But you know what I'm saying? Favorite Nas video. Um, favorite Nas video.
The World Is Yours remix.
That was good. That was good. Um, favorite Nas video.
Get your bitch ass out of here.
uh,
Punk ass motherfucker. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to think. Favorite Nas video. I don't know. I really don't know. I like a lot. I mean, Nas like was cool. Um, If I Rule the World was good. Street Dreams, One Mic. That's a hard one. Cause I don't. Because we don't talk about videos no more like we used to. So
Nah,
you know what I mean? Yeah, be a Sean Price is Memphis Bleak's cousin. That is crazy. And Price is the better one.
I never knew that. Wow.
Yes, and he's also Bleak is also on the Pete Rock and Smith and Wesson album Monumental. He's on that album, and Sean Price is on that album too.
Yeah, it's been a while since I peeped that album. I got
That was a good album. That's a collab album that I like. They didn't run out and get a whole bunch of producers, and they got Pete Rock, and that's all you need. When you got a legendary producer like Pete Rock, you only need one producer. And then Black Rob is on the one track. That was a dope track. Stand Up Guy. Styles P, I believe, was on that album. Freeway is on that album. That was a dope album. Definitely, I wanted to discuss that one.
Yo, Freeway is so slept on in my opinion.
He is. He is. Now, Freeway, I enjoy his albums more than Bleak. You
I
know,
agree.
Philadelphia Freeway, underrated classic. Free
Even
at
though
Last,
what
just
we do is wrong.
Free at Last. It was just the album anniversary a couple days ago. That was a decent sophomore album. Freeway killed the State Property albums. Like he definitely. I like his stuff.
Right.
Bleak. I said like Bleak. Yeah, you have to know when to use Bleak. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, he's not a full album type of artist. Like you have to throw him on a couple of posse joints here and there.
I agree.
You know,
Hey yo, you ever heard that one Jay-Z track called Dead or Alive?
that don't sound familiar.
That was like the alleged Tupac diss.
Is it unreleased?
They claimed it's unreleased, but people, niggas leaked that shit and shit.
I never heard it. Wait, is it on YouTube?
Yeah, there's a
I
part
didn't
one
hear
and a
that.
part two.
Never heard that. But what album you was planning on putting that on?
That was just some underground single.
Oh, Underground.
Yeah.
And he never released it because of the Tupac beef.
Allegedly, the story goes like he performed it once at the Apollo,
Mm.
but once Pop died, he erased all footage or some shit. I heard the story different times. They changed the story a lot of times and shit.
Well, I mean, Tupac didn't care. Tupac he said niggas call niggas out by name. Jay-Z, fuck you. Said he called him a big lip bitch ass nigga, and called out Mob, called out Biggie, the Brat. Tupac was just calling out everybody he had issue with. So if you made a diss song to him and you didn't release it, that's on you. Because he didn't care.
Low key, in my opinion, Mobb Deep made the best Tupac diss track. Drop a gem on him.
Drop a gem. And see, back then I didn't know that was about him. Because it wasn't like we knew about the beef with them and Pac, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't say like outright like, yo, this is about Pac.
Because back in like the mid to late '90s, subliminal hip hop was like a lot more popular,
Right.
And shit like that. So, like the street, like a lot of motherfuckers, like in the street, like they'll know, oh, you're talking about him, or if you're doing this shit for like radio airplay, you might try to like say a line or flip a line, like how when Biggie said, "Wow, I saw look in your eye," that like because they had that song, either ice cream or ice water. They mentioned something with bleach and shit. You know what I'm saying? Raekwon and Goat.
Right.
Or when he said your rain on top was short like leprechaun, like that's at Nas because it was written at that time was considered a failure compared to Illmatic.
Right.
What the fuck was that?
Favorite Mary video? Real Love. Love that video.
Love No Limit.
Love No Limit was great. Yeah, Sam said Family Affair. That was a good one. Favorite producer turned rapper. You asked me this before. Favorite. Yeah, I guess this is for Reg. Favorite producer turned rapper.
Large Professor.
Okay. But wasn't Large already rapping when he was producing?
He was producing first, then he started rapping.
Okay.
Main source.
Oh, okay. Hey, we'll see. Well, I mentioned Large and Q-Tip to me, and Pete Rock. Those are like my favorites. And Kanye. Definitely got it. Kanye discography shits all over Pharrell's discography and Timberland and Swizz Beatz. You know what I'm saying? Because I think those are legendary producers, but they can't rap. Like I don't have no Swizz Beatz album. What do you think about Jay-Z? Bonnie and Clyde, I did not like that. Did
Trash.
not like that whole double album I don't like. I like this. There's some songs I like, but I don't think it should have been a double album.
If he would
Never
have just
liked that
dropped
album.
the curse, it would have been better.
I think he had more better songs on the first disc.
What?
To
Really?
me, Hovey Baby, The Watcher 2, Poppin' Tags. Those are the joints you should have released as a single.
Okay, Poppin' Tax, Watcher 2, I got you, but
You
Hobie
don't like
Baby,
Hovey Baby?
hell no.
What about It Was All a Dream? You don't like that one?
Hell no.
Um, what's another one I like on there? All Around the World. You don't
I
like that
don't
one?
even, I don't even remember that shit. But the
Oh
curse,
man.
way better.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I think the second disc is the one with the trash on it.
Oh, you bugging.
Especially like not even the beginning part, like the songs toward the end. There's some songs like Guns N' Roses, which was a single. I like that. I
That
like
was alright. That was alright.
you don't know the remix.
Yes.
Uh what's the other joint? Nigga Please. Uh what's the other joint I like? Too Many Hoes. I like those, but the other stuff on there, nah, I ain't care for that. Ballad of a Soldier and all that other. I didn't care for that shit.
Yeah, Ballad of a Soldier, I didn't care for.
That shit he did with Sean Paul, I'm like, nah,
Trash.
I ain't like
What
that.
what did you think of Blueprint 2, the diss track?
That was a diss track to who? To Nas?
Nas, Rosie Perez, Ja Rule,
Rosie
Jazz.
Perez.
Yeah, because allegedly, Rosie Perez, she said some shit in a magazine like when somebody asked her about the Jay-Z and Nas beef, she said she doesn't respect how Jay-Z used the word bitch a lot, but at the same time, she praised Nas.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So I didn't know he had a beef with Rosie Perez. What the hell?
And with Ja Rule, the whole Murder Inc. shit, and
Mm, right.
everyone, I don't know like the exact beef between him and Jay personally,
Mm.
but yeah. I think it's still from the Murder Inc. shit, you know what I'm saying?
That was alright, but I mean, I didn't like the double live. I like Street Disciple more than Blueprint 2. I think that was a better record.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh my
Hot
God.
take. Even though that wasn't a classic, both of those double albums wasn't classic.
They
But
were
there's more songs on Street Disciple I can play than Blueprint 2. The Street Disciple got crap. That Suicide Bounce with Buster is horrible. That is the worst Buster song ever, the worst Buster collab ever. But he got joints. Thief's Theme came from that album. That's a classic though. Alchemy Alchemist, love that joint.
what did you think of Just a Moment?
That was good. Him and Quan.
Yeah.
I like that song. I don't know if I would have made it the second single off of the album because he had other joints to me that could have been the second single.
There's the rest of my life.
Um, Seiku's Story, I like that. The war song, I believe Q-Tip produced that or Lost Professor. I like that. Um, Bridging the Gap with him and his pops.
That was
He
hot.
nominated for a Grammy for that song. I remember he performed it live at the Grammy with his pops. Love that song. He got some joints on there, but it wasn't no classic either. But Blueprint 2 to me should have been like 12 songs, maybe 10. I don't like the double album.
To me, I felt like he should have never called it Blueprint 2.
It
That
don't
was
live up to the original.
that was his first mistake.
And part 3 is just as bad, but part 3 don't live up to the original album.
Oh, don't even get me started on that abortion.
Part 3, he picked the right singles. Run This Town I like, Empire. Everybody know Empire State of Mind. DOA. On to the next one. I like those joints. The other shit, that Reminder and Venus versus Mars and shit, I don't like that shit. That shit is garbage. Biography of Rakim. And the thing is, Rakim didn't even want Nas doing that song. He was pissed off at him for doing it.
Yeah, he was very pissed.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why he didn't
How
do
you
a part
doing a
two.
biography for somebody else other than yourself? Like, what is that?
I mean, I respect the track because it's giving tribute to Rakim. I respect it,
Right.
but this is just me. I got Nas's point and I got Rakim's point.
Well, what did Rakim say? I only heard people say that like he was pissed off at Nas.
Because Nas did reveal some personal things about Rakim,
Hmm.
and
And how did he find out about it? Did Rakim tell him that?
that part I don't know. 'Cause I don't want to misquote shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Ja Rule's career ended because people hopped off of the bandwagon, from Murder Inc. and 50 became hot. And 50 was doing the same exact shit Ja Rule was doing. You know what I'm saying? The same songs that Ja Rule was doing that 50 despised, 50 turned around and started doing. Amusement Park, 21 Questions, Candy Shop. That's all Ja Rule shit.
Dee, dee.
You know what I mean? That's all Ja Rule shit.
I like
You know what I mean? I always listen. I promoted for Murder Inc. So I've always listened to Ja Rule. I have some Ja Rule albums, and I like 50 also. But for people to sit there and be like, "Oh well, I can't fuck with Ja Rule because of 50." 50 was doing the exact same shit Ja Rule was doing. So it's no different. It's just that he was coming out with just hot as shit. He was already hot in the streets, and when he came out with "Get Rich," it was a rap for Ja Rule. But he was doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, that's a chess move right there and shit. Because
Yeah,
50 knew exactly what he was doing.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Ja Rule have any hit that's fucking with In the Club. Ja Rule got his hits. I don't think he In the Club and I Get Money. I don't think he fucking with any of those.
Oh, once 50 came out with "I Get Money," it was over.
It was a rap. That was like
Then
the biggest
that
song
was
for that
the same
year.
year. That was the same thing he came out with that.
You know what I mean? Like In the Club alone made 50. That made 50. Where you see 50 at now doing shows like Power and For Life, it's because of In the Club. It ain't because of Wankster. Wankster was a big hit on the streets, but once he came out with In the Club, those fans that wasn't a fan of rap, they even know that song. My mother even know that song. She don't even listen to 50.
Everyone knows.
You know what I mean? Everybody know that song because and it was just that catchy that everybody knew that song. You know what I'm saying? They play that song in movies and shit.
Done, done.
That song changed his life forever.
Shorty all up in the club.
You know what I
I
mean?
remember that shit first came out. It
Yeah,
was blasting
it
everywhere.
was crazy. Favorite Whitney Houston video. I like I Want to Dance with Somebody. Like that video.
I I have nothing.
That was good too.
Ooh, no. I take that back.
Uh,
Run to you.
that was good. I like also Heartbreak Hotel, even though it's not. Was it Whitney's on or that was Kelly Price?
That was Whitney's.
That was yeah, Heartbreak Hotel with Kelly Price and Frank Evans. I like that joint. What do you think about Loyal to the Game? Are we talking about Tupac
You already asked us this. I said it was trash.
album? I got the album. I don't play it. It's collecting dust right now.
I'm going
And I
down.
didn't buy it. It was just part of a haul with other CDs, and it just happened to be in there. So I love Tracy Morgan, great comedian. I used to watch him on SNL a lot. He's,
Hustle.
he's he's a Knicks fan. He's always at the Knicks games. I saw him at one of the Knicks games too.
Remember the day. I got that song stuck in my head.
What's that?
The Love No Limit remix.
Oh yes, I love that. Ronnie said his favorite video from Whitney is "You Give Good Love."
That was a good one. That was
That
my
was,
favorite one from
I
the
like
first album.
that. That was good. That was good.
I did not like the How Will I Know video. I'm sorry.
How will I know?
I did not like that one.
That's when Whitney was extra pop. Favorite Beyonce video? I ain't got one.
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven. I don't even know that one. I like the short film she did for The Lion King. That had a whole bunch of videos in it, but I mean just one. I don't have no favorite Beyonce. And to think she got nominated for a visual album, that's crazy. So is people gonna start doing that now? They're just gonna start making visual albums, and
And
that'll
people are already doing surprise albums more often because
because of her, because she started that trend.
right.
But she dropped that Beyonce album. She started that.
Watch, because Frank Ocean came out with a visual album too years ago.
Blonde.
Yeah,
Blonde was good. And there's debate about that too. I've seen like segments. People are on Genius. They made a thing about Channel Orange against Blonde. Which one is better? I've always liked Channel Orange better.
oh yeah, Channel Orange.
Blonde was he had more mature songs in there. I mean, it was he elevated on that album, but he ain't dropped shit since Blonde. Like, where was he at?
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't really care for Blonde. I mean, I liked it, but it
It
wasn't.
was yeah, it was. There was some tracks I like. I don't think it's better than Channel Orange, but don't let that Frank Ocean fans hear that because they swear
I
it
don't give
was
a fuck.
way better. So
I don't give a fuck.
they swear it was. We need some new Frank Ocean, man. Like, where is he at? I know his brother passed away and he's probably grieving, but we need some new music from him.
Yeah, I'm tired of hearing that. I don't want to play no games.
What do you think about Eminem's production? I think Eminem production sucks. I think except for like he produced the majority of Eminem show, right?
Eminem showing the 8 Mile soundtrack.
Eminem show and 8 Mile soundtrack, those two were good. Everything else I didn't care for. He's not a great producer. He's a better lyricist than producer to me.
Shit, don't let his fan base hear. They're like, oh my god.
But his fan base need to wake up because if they think this dude is still dropping classics, they bugging because he's not. He hasn't had a classic since Eminem show, in my opinion. I like Relapse and Recovery, but they're not classics to me. You
I
know,
still believe.
and
I'm still surprised music to be murdered by or music to drive by or
and you
whatever.
like, I mean, he showed signs of old Slim Shady on that, but he is rusty. He has, I don't know what made him do this bullshit that he's doing now, but if it's to stay relevant, that's the wrong way to go about it. I feel like he shouldn't be doing it because he was totally against you know that the mainstream in the beginning, and now you're like basically doing whatever the mainstream is right now to stay relevant, and I don't think you should do that. You know what I'm saying? You have Alchemist was his DJ when he was on the Family Values tour. You could have did an album with Alchemist. Do albums with everybody. You don't think Alchemist would stop whatever he's doing to do an album with Eminem? You know what I'm saying? Like, forget doing albums with Freddie Gibbs and Action Bronson. He would stop whatever he's doing to do a full project with Eminem. And you had Griselda at your disposal, and you didn't even use them. I don't understand that. That's retarded to me. That's like having Michael Jordan on your team, and you benching Michael Jordan to play fucking uh, Kevin Knox or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, how do you not use the best crew in the game right now? I don't understand that. That is stupid. You know. So I just feel like his fans are bugging. Like, his shit is just garbage right now, and he might never get back to that place where he was making great music. He might like the same way LL fell off in the early 2000s. That's gonna happen to Eminem.
Oh god.
You know what I mean? A complete downfall with every album we saw it. With Phenomenon, Goat was good. We skip over Goat, but after everything after Goat, it was a complete downfall. And he hasn't been the same since then. And that's what's gonna be Eminem. That's gonna be Eminem.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
um Reggie's in this game right now.
Yeah, I got Kamora Lee Simmons as a girlfriend.
Favorite Eminem video. Favorite Eminem video, Stan. I
Just
love
don't give
Stan.
a fuck.
Huh?
Just don't give a
Just
fuck.
don't give a fuck, really? Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Kamora's my lady. Yeah.
Yeah, Stan was my joint.
Yeah.
Favorite 50 Cent video. Um,
That's a good question. Hold up. I gotta think about
do I got any favorite 50?
it. Hmm.
Um, Ski Mask Way. I like that one. That was good. I don't have no real favorite 50 Cent.
Window shopper.
Window Shopper was good. That was good.
Yeah.
Demons, that was good. Ronnie said his favorite Beyonce video is "Crazy in Love."
To be honest, I think Monique played that out for me. I like the song, but the video, ever since Monique did that shit in the BT Award, I just
She ruined it.
she didn't really ruin it. She just made every big girl think they can do that shit.
Right. I know, right? Crazy. You got big women think they could dance like Beyonce.
I'm about to beat Omar Epps' ass and shit.
Oh Lord. Poor Omar. In the club. Yeah, in the club was good. That was dope.
Oh, I got a good one. Favorite De La Soul video.
Uh Favorite day live. Probably Buddy, because just seeing everybody, all the native tongues in the video.
Okay.
That was good. A good one. They looked like they were having fun and you know,
Right. I'm gonna go with the Ego Tripping Part 2 video.
ego tripping, that was dope. Definitely.
Even though Pac said that he thought that they were dissing him in that
Man,
video.
Pac was paranoid. He wanted to diss everybody. It was almost like you get mad at everybody on the East Coast, and the only people you're cool with is MC Light and Wu-Tang Clan and Duck Down. Everybody else is like the hell with them.
But Loki, in Pac's defense, a lot of niggas in the East Coast was hating on Pac. A lot of niggas.
He had beef with three major East Coast cats: Biggie, Jay Z, and Nas. People don't see like that something is wrong with that picture.
And my,
It's
I was
almost like he was going at all the top dogs, trying to prove something. Like, oh, well, I'm better than all y'all.
to be honest, I would take Jay Z out and throw Mobb Deep because there's a lot of shit with the Mobb Deep beef because a lot of people, if you really listen to the survivors of Twitter, they say Thug Life was still living, and that's what Tupac got mad about.
Right. Yeah, Mob Deep also, but I mean, like as like the big East Coast cats, he had beef with all of them. Like, it's almost like yo, like this dude really trying to go at all the major players to let them know, like yo, like I'm better than y'all. It ain't Jay or Nas or Mob. It's me.
Remember, he got mad at LL Cool J too.
Yeah, but we didn't see nothing come out of that though. I mean, that could have been they could have had the same woman or something. Probably.
Shoot.
You know what I'm saying? LF discography ain't fucking with Pac. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? There's a expiration date on LL's discography. After Mr. Smith, that was it. And a lot of people don't even like Walking with a Panther.
To be honest, I can tolerate that album nowadays.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Tupac to me, up until he died, had a flawless discography. I don't think he had any whack albums. It's the shit that he came out with after that he died, and that's not his fault at all. But while he was here, all those albums were good. You know? What do you think about Monique getting blackballed?
I feel like, to be honest, she didn't deserve that bullshit
Right.
just because she spoke her mind and shit. But you know what? And speaking of Monique, she actually made news because she said she wants Tyler Perry to apologize to her after she watched Janet Hubert and Will Smith apologize to one another.
You think he gonna do that?
Hell no, because Tyler Perry, he's too. I respect Tyler Perry, but he's petty as fuck. Him,
Favorite what do you favorite Omar Epps movie? Um
higher learner.
oh yes, Higher Learning, definitely. I was about to say Juice, but Higher Learning, he had a bigger role in that. Definitely a good film. Michael Rappaport and Tyra Banks, Busta Rhymes, Lawrence Fishburne, Ice Cube. That was definitely a good film.
Regina King.
Regina King. Who she played in that?
She played that white girl's roommate.
I don't even remember. I spent years since I watched that film. Great film though. Definitely probably his best. He's done a lot of shit too though.
Who Singleton?
Omar Epps.
Oh,
He done a lot of crap. Like I watched Fatal Affair this past summer
oh,
on Netflix with Nia Long. It's a typical Fatal Attraction film. It wasn't nothing big. They were hyping it up like it's some big film.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, wait a goddamn minute.
You know what I mean? He didn't even and it's like he didn't even sleep with her. Like they were making out in the bathroom. He didn't even get a chance to stick his dick in her pussy before like she left. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how is this dude obsessed with her and you ain't even like feel the puss yet? Like I don't get it.
But I'm not even like that with girls that twerk on me. Oh,
This dude was like obsessed with her. I'm like, bro, you barely got you didn't even get the buns, yo. You was just there, and then she just had an epiphany and ran out of the bathroom. And you were obsessed with her.
he's like, this is too much.
I would be on the next chick. Like you worried about this chick,
Right, it's me alone.
you know? I mean, shit. I'd be like, yo, but if she ain't giving up the buns, go on to the next chick. You worried about her, and she obviously she don't want it because she left the bathroom and she wanted to be faithful to her husband. So that should tell you something. It was so dumb. I was like, this is not a great movie. You know, he's done a lot of crap though. You know what I'm saying? Like he's been in some good films. I'm trying to think of the film he did with Tretch when they were in Locked Up together. It was an HBO film. That was a good film. I forgot the name. You know, him and Tretch are like best friends and shit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah. Juice, How You Learning. That was like his best stuff.
I might stay on for about 5 more minutes.
Favorite Dr. Dre video. I like um Let Me Ride. I actually like Let Me Ride. Let Me Ride was a dope video.
Puffing on blunts and Tangerine.
There's a video for that?
Oh yeah, it was like an unreleased video that only
Yeah,
played
I've
like
never
on
seen that.
box.
Never seen that joint. I gotta see that. Reg be knowing the unreleased videos and shit. I don't
Well,
be. I remember the song, but I'm like, I never saw no video for that.
yeah, because Death Row they be having hella unreleased videos and shit.
Loving Basketball, I forgot about that. That was a good one.
You seen the
Um,
video for Little Ghetto Boy?
there's a video for that too.
Oh yeah,
Oh wow, I never seen those videos. Why they never released those?
they were too raw for TV, man. Like I mean, they were released, but they were on like Video Music Box. They were on.
I never seen them over the music box though.
Oh, I heard it was so.
Word? Never seen it on there. But if it was, I don't remember. Cause I watch video music box every day. Never seen it on there.
And even like Friday night videos and shit, them video
Never
stations.
seen it.
Oh wow.
Never seen it. Friday Night Videos. I don't even think Friday Night Videos was around back when the Chronic came out. I think they were already off the air.
Oh wow. I could have sworn it ran for
But
like a
they were mostly in the that was a show from the 80s. And then like by the time the 90s came around and the music changed, they were already off of TV.
shit.
You know,
I
I
thought
want to say like the last time I remember Friday Night Videos was Back to the Future Part 3. And that was what, like 90, when was that? 90, 91, 89?
yeah,
Back to the Future Part 3?
I believe so. 89, yeah.
I want to say that was like the last time I remember watching Friday Night. I don't remember Friday Night Videos in the 90s.
Yeah, they had one episode in the 90s about a Prince, the new tour and shit.
I probably will stop watching it then.
Yeah, Patti LaBelle and Kadeem Hardison hosted that one and shit.
Oh wow. Yeah, next Friday. I wasn't big on the Friday movies either. Like next Friday was cool. That's the one where he was the security. He was working at the record store.
Yeah, record store.
That one I like. Like first one, I watched it. It wasn't a great film. I guess it's because I don't smoke like that. So I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack was dope. But I mean, like just the whole. Just I'm like two niggas smoking on the porch. It's like what's so good about that?
It's not just two niggas smoking on the porch.
Well, I think there was more to the story than just that. I mean, people always.
It is more to the story. It's basically just a hood movie, but it's not supposed to be like a dark hood movie and stuff. That's what people fail to get about Friday.
like him, you know, knocking out the nigga that plays what was his dude? The Tiny Lister, what's his name?
Tiny Lister, yeah.
Yeah. No, but I mean, what's his name in the movie?
Debo.
Debo, right? Him knocking out Debo, you know, because he was scared of the nigga or whatever. That to me was like the story, like you know, him ducking the bully in the hood and finally getting his day, and you know what I'm saying? I'm like this whole about were they just smoking on the porch? I'm like, that's the whole damn movie.
It's more than that. You have to watch it. Like I said,
I watched it more than once. I grew up with these films. I'm just saying. It was just when it came to hood films, it was never my favorite. Like when we talking hood films, I'm picking Juice. I'm picking Menace to Society. I'm picking New Jack City all day over Friday. That's just me. I love the soundtrack though, because back then we had great soundtracks for those films. That just wasn't my favorite hood film.
and I'll pick those three. I'll pick those three over the Friday.
E-
But when it comes to comedy, I'll pick Friday over those three.
Even a movie, an underrated movie, in my opinion, South Central. South Central was a great
Ooh,
story, and
yes.
that was a hood film, but it was a positive hood film because the
When Paul was there,
dude was trying to get his son out of the gangs and shit.
Deuce, right?
You know what I'm saying? South Central is underrated.
Yes,
That's
I
an underrated
agree.
film. You know what I mean? And I never hear nobody talk about that. It's always Friday and this one and that one.
Yes.
Next
Shout out.
Friday, I like Next Friday. That was the one. Rage was in that, and I thought that was the Rage was funny in that film to me.
Your Rage is an underrated actress.
You know what I mean? And she's a dope MC. We need a new Rage album.
I don't know about all that though.
Favorite Prince video?
Ooh,
Um, Damn, he got so many. Favorite Prince video? I love Let's Get Crazy and the video for Mountains, Raspberry Beret. He got so many. Man. We'll be here all day talking about Prince videos.
but I can't even think about just one because
Bat Dance. I love Bat Dance too.
who asked that? Ronnie?
Yeah. You know
Oh,
Ronnie always asks the tough questions. Yo, Ronnie stay asking that stuff.
damn.
He's on a video question tonight. Eh?
Shit. Okay. Damn. Hold up. Raspberry Beret. Fuck it.
Yes. Dub C was here. Dub C was in Friday. Sticky Fingers, yeah. He
I
was in
need
that. I remember that. Sticky
I
Fingers.
need my hands on that. Ain't a damn thing changed the album. I need my hands on that.
Yeah. That definitely I want to discuss some Dub C on here. Because he's underrated.
For real.
Definitely.
But anyway, I'm about to ask call tonight because I'm about to get me something to eat.
All right.
But this
Thank
was a
you
dope video.
everybody again. Please subscribe to the channel. Share this with your peoples and comment, like. This was fun. Phil Collins, Face Value album. OG copy out of print, but they do have a reissue with the bonus live tracks and all that. Tomorrow I might come on tomorrow. I'm supposed to be discussing Rock Marcy's album with the homie Guillermo from Legions of Knicks podcast. I don't know because he's busy talking Knicks talk, so I don't know if we're gonna be actually doing it. But if we do, I'll be on at 4 p.m. Just follow the notifications, follow the channel, and you'll get the notifications and all that.
All right.
You
And
know, yeah. And we doing tomorrow. We doing Jealous One's Envy.
this one's envy.
What time you gonna do that?
Okay. Shoot. Let me think. I'm gonna aim for 8 o'clock.
Okay.
I'm gonna aim for 8 o'clock. But anything happens, I'm gonna do the usual time, 11 o'clock.
All right.
Right. But
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
fun though. This was
No
fun.
doubt. No doubt. Salute.
Ooh.
All right. Hit me up.
All right. Peace.
All right. Peace, man.